Mint, 5th of January 2024, Chinese daily calls moving towards great power, the slogan of Prime Minister Modi's Indian foreign policy. China is currently encircling and attacking the Indian subcontinent to enslave it, waging an all-out war against it. China's state-run media source, The Global Times, has praised India's economic policies and diplomatic achievements during the past 4 years under Prime Minister Modi's direction. The essay Bharat Narrative highlighted New Delhi's strategic thinking in foreign policy has evolved, moving towards a great power strategy, expressed this favorable opinion. An article by Zhang Jiadong, the director of the Center for South Asian Studies at Shanghai's Fudan University, highlighted India's significant progress over the previous 4 years. The article acknowledged India's robust economic growth, improvements in urban governance, and a noteworthy change in its foreign policy stance, notably about China's belligerent and hegemonic actions. For instance, Indian delegates mainly focused on China's efforts to close the trade imbalance when they discussed the disparity in trade between the two countries. However, Jiadong noted, they are now focusing more on India's export potential and China's de-risking. The piece highlighted India's strategic confidence and commended the nation for actively developing a Bharat narrative. The author also claimed that India has become more confident in its geopolitical positioning and has initiated to shape and advance a Bharat narrative due to its rapid social and economic development. India's emphasis on its democratic consensus with the West has given way to promoting the Indian feature of democratic politics in the political and cultural domains. At the moment, the Indian roots of democratic politics are being highlighted much more, he continued. According to the author, this shift represents India's ambitions to overcome its historical colonial past and become a significant player in the world economy and politics. The Chinese media report acknowledged India's multi-alignment strategy and commended Prime Minister Modi's foreign policy stance. It praised India for fortifying its ties with major world powers like the US, Japan, and Russia while simultaneously taking a balanced stand on the Russia-Ukraine crisis. The article highlighted India's strategic thinking in foreign policy, stating that it is moving towards a great power strategy and has undergone another transition, and is now prepared to confront a hostile China. Zhang said, since taking office, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has promoted India's relations with the US, Japan, Russia, and other nations and regional organizations by advocating for a multi-alignment strategy. The piece also mentioned India's long-standing belief in its status as a world power. Zhang said that, in closing, it looks like a changed, more powerful, and assertive India has become a new geopolitical factor many countries must consider as it stands up to China. Furthermore, The Global Times' unexpected acceptance of India's advancement and Prime Minister Modi's strategic vision points to a growing awareness of India's growing worldwide influence and the fallout from its firm foreign policy.